What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground playoff edition going live there on YouTube exclusively. And we're going to talk about how the Golden State Warriors got knocked out of the playoffs because Steph Curry missed four straight games. They won game one and just couldn't put it together enough to win any more games in the series. While the Minnesota Timberwolves had competitive games, they just opened it up and was able to close out each game. And it was just good to see them finish this series. I did predict the Minnesota Timberwolves to win this series, but I thought that happened in six. And on top of that, I didn't expect Steph Curry to get injured. None of us really did, honestly. But this was a game where they kept coming, they kept fighting, they didn't want to quit, they didn't want to give up, but they just didn't have enough. They just didn't have enough defensively. They just didn't have enough offensively to compete with the Timberwolves ball movement and isolation plays, and Julius Randle and Ant-Man was just a little bit too much for them too. And they just didn't have enough guys to turn to be able to get them out of the holes. And they just couldn't make enough of runs to be able to stay in the game or win the game in any of the last four games that was played. And it would have been a different series with Steph. It doesn't really matter that much because he wasn't in the series for the rest of it. So we just gotta give them credit for handling their business and beating the team they should be able to beat and advance into the next round without playing around too much. And now I can say they won the game 121 to 110. They won it by double figures. They got off to a great start. 30 to 23 by the end of the first quarter. They followed that up with a 32 to 24 second quarter and a 31 to 25 third quarter. They lost by 10 in the fourth quarter, 38 to 28. The Warriors sped it up and got some things to go down, but it didn't really matter. The game was basically out of reach when it comes to threat of being able to win it. But at least they kept trying, knowing that there's nothing wrong with that at all. And Kaminga really poured it on and took the most shots on the entire team. He played 32 minutes. He was 11 to 23 from the field coming off the bench. 3 of 9 from three, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 on his offensive with 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, minus 12 and plus minus. He ended up having 26 points. And the other good thing was Brandon Podziemski actually had another good game. Then it turned into a great game by the end of it. He was 11 to 19 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He was a minus 2 and plus minus. He ended up having 28, which led the team. The problem with that was he kind of picked the wrong game to have a great one. They kind of needed this throughout the entire series. He had that one last hurrah, but it was a little too late because Buddy Hield was 2 of 9 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3. So it's kind of like Buddy played good, and then Brandon Podziemski decided to play good, but it didn't really matter because they both couldn't do it at the same time while Jimmy Butler was playing good at the 2. So they kind of needed all of them to play great, not good, to be able to win this game and to win the series, but it never really happened. But like I said, Buddy Hield was 2 of 9 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3. 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, 5 personal fouls, a minus 13 and plus minus. He ended up getting 8 points, so he didn't even get in double figures. Trace Jackson Davis started the game, but he only played 7 minutes. He was 1-1 from the field. He ended up having 2 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive. With a steal, he was a minus 6 and plus minus with 2 points. They're showing them the hard way and how tough and how rough the NBA can really be on you as a player, like just losing faith in them, then trying to gain faith in them, and then just realizing the guy is unplayable for this particular matchup, like you thought that he probably wouldn't be. Draymond Green was 4 of 11 from the field, but he went 1 of 6 from 3. They needed at least 3 of those to go down if they was going to win this game. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He only had 6 rebounds and 2 of them was offensive, and he did have 6 assists and the steal, no blocks. but he did have 4 personal fouls and 3 turnovers. He was a -9 and plus minus. He did get in double figures with 10 points, so that was good. You just wanted a little bit more out of Hield and a little bit more out of Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler went 4 of 11 from the field and 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. But he made all his field goals all his points really from the free throw line, where almost half of them was there because he went 9 of 11 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive with 6 assists, 3 steals. That was really good. And he was just beating it with his IQ, knowing how to use his footwork, learning how to use his body and his control of it in the air, and just learning how to continue to draw fouls without trying to put too much on yourself to score. And it worked, but he needed to do it a lot more. And people have been saying that about Jimmy Butler in this series. You kind of need to be dominating the game, not just playing around and trying to find ways to score every once in a while and looking for guys throughout the game. Kind of just need to do both. I know you want to give some ball handling duty to Draymond. I know you want to keep your teammates involved, but this team needed points on the board consistently. And you just got to be that guy that touches the ball and make sure everything goes right each and every possession if that's what it takes. And that's what superstars do, honestly. 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a -17 and plus minus for him. Kevon Looney, 6 minutes, 3 rebounds, one of them was offensive, 1 assist, -11 and plus minus. He ended up having no points. Santos, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 5 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive with a block, a personal foul, and a -1 and plus minus with 2 points. Quentin Post, 1 of 4 from the field. It was all 3-point shots that he took. He only made one of them, so he finished with 3 points and 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and 1 personal foul, a +9 and plus minus. Gary Payton, 6 minutes, 1 steal, +2 and plus minus for him. Moses Moody hit some big shots, got in double figures with 12. So Kaminga wasn't alone on that. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 2 assists, 1 rebound. It was offensive. 2 steals, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a +10 and plus minus. And then even Pat Spencer was able to get in the game for 6 minutes, and he went 1 of 2 from the field and missed a 3. He had 1 offensive rebound that was off tonight for rebounds when it comes to him. 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a -5 and plus minus. The team, 39 of 90, 43% from the field, 11 of 39, 28% from three, 21 of 30, 70% from the free throw line. If you're not going to shoot the 3 ball the way that you could and should, then you're being your own worst enemy. And especially when you're going against an athletic team like the Minnesota Timberwolves, they can make you pay for your long 3 misses. 18 offensive rebounds, 40 total, 21 assists, 14 steals. They did a lot of things right. That's why they was able to stay in the game and still give themselves chances to possibly be able to steal it, but it just wasn't enough offense, like I said, to be able to do that. 1 block, 17 turnovers, and 21 personal fouls. The better team won tonight. And then the craziest part about it is they didn't even play nothing but 8 players tonight. The rest of their roster didn't play because the coaches made that decision. And it was a wise choice by Chris Finch because that's all they needed to be able to beat everything the Warriors was trying to throw at them. They threw everything at them, including the kitchen sink, and it still couldn't damage what the Timberwolves was trying to do on both ends of the court. Third is Randall. He ended up playing the most minutes tonight for the Timberwolves. 2 of 6 from three, 101 from the free throw line. He ended up getting 29 points, which was the most by both teams' players. And he also had 8 rebounds, 2 was offensive, 5 assists, 5 turnovers. He only did have 1 personal foul. He was a +4 and plus minus. I like the way he scored. I like the way he took over the game. Just kept doing the same moves over and over again. Got to his comfort zone, got to his spots, and didn't really get too much of a fight or a contest because he only shot 1 free throw and made it this game. It was just him doing work and getting buckets, and you would have thought they would have tried to do something else, but they seemed like they were satisfied and cool with him doing whatever he was doing. And he just said, okay, I'm just going to eat this way the whole game. And it worked out for him. Jaden McDaniels, 41 minutes, 6 of 14 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He ended up having 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 of was offensive, 2 assists, 4 steals, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, a +2 and plus minus. It was a good game from him. You would like him to make more threes. You would like him to continue to compete offensively for the shots that he feel like he can make. He did that enough, just didn't make them at the efficiency level that he normally could do or he usually do. But like I said, he doesn't really go 0-3 that much from the 3-point line, but he did make his free throws and he did do some good things defensively and cause some chaos with the steals. But that's something that you can expect from him. He did a good job of that tonight. Rudy Gobert played 28 minutes, 8 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He did get 17 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block, 2 personal fouls. He was a +21 in plus minus. I love the fact that he was able to finish. I love the fact that he was grabbing boards and battling in the paint. And I love the fact that he actually played enough minutes and was good in basically every minute that he played. The worst part of his game today was just the free throw line. He only made 1 of his 4, and that was it. Mike Conley was really good. 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He ended up having 16 points, made some big threes throughout the game, and he kept finding himself open. And when he was open, he was able to splash them down. 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 of was offensive with a steal, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Just a good game from him. They needed it. He came through knowing that this was a closeout game, and he delivered. All starters did score in double figures, including Anthony Edwards, the man of the hour. 41 minutes for him, 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. I love what he did tonight. Get to the paint, make the right decisions, make the right reads, score when you have to, score when you need to, and just have fun out there because you're the star for this team. And you knew Julius Randle was unguardable, and he did a lot of torment to the Warriors tonight. But 7 rebounds, too. 1 of them was offensive. He also had 3 blocks and 1 steal. He got a little too fancy dancy out there, so he got 7 turnovers, and he also had 3 personal fouls. He also a +20 and plus minus. He's still trying to figure out when to score, when to dominate, and how to be a combo guard. But that's why Mike Conley was so essential to this game with his scoring and his decision making, his playmaking, complimenting Randall and also complimenting Edwards and allowing them to be smoother as the flow of the offense was trying to find itself throughout the game. And sometimes you have to make that extra pass, or sometimes you have to get off the ball to be able to be your strongest. And that actually helped Anthony Edwards tonight, and sometimes Julius Randle too, and a lot of the time Mike Conley. And that's what happens when you have your best players on the court with good chemistry. Nas Reed did his thing, 3 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 on his offense, 1 assist, 1 steal. He also had 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, -3 and plus minus. He had 8 points. As long as he's coming in scoring and getting his boards and protecting the rim or just guarding his man, that's all you can ask him to do. Dante DiVincenzo, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He also was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. He was a +7 and plus minus. He was the only guy to get in double figures off the bench for the Timberwolves, which was good to see in any statistical category. I love the fact that he was making the right plays. He was also getting some interceptions and some deflections. And he also was competing on them boards when he needed to and knocking down threes when he was open. And that's all they asked him to do. And he did it at an efficient level. He was able to add to his task level tonight by doing other things too to help them win. And then Nickel. Usually is Nickel doing great in this series. Tonight it was DiVincenzo, and Nickel didn't really need to do much. So he only took 3 shots and made 1 of them. And 1 of them was a 3. He missed it. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and 2 points. And that was it for his night. 49 of 78, 62% from the field. That's dangerous territory if you're in an elimination game. You can't let another team shoot that well and play that well basically the entire game if you're not trying to be eliminated. 13 to 31, 41% from three, 10 to 15, 66% from the free throw line, mainly because of Gobert. Other than that, 39 rebounds. They ended up losing that battle, but it was only by one. They did have way more assists, 15 more with 36. They ended up having 11 steals. They lost that battle too, but they won the block battle because they had four. They had more turnovers with 20, and they also committed less personal fouls with 19. And like I said, the Warriors shot a lot of free throws, but they couldn't put it together enough to be able to make a run to get all the way back in the game and threaten to be able to win it, which shows you that the Wolves did everything they needed to do consistently throughout the entire game besides take care of the basketball and not commit dumb crazy fouls. But it happens. They come at you, they attack at you. The ref is quick to blow their whistle. You can't touch people or do certain things to people without the refs really calling it a foul nowadays. Just how the rules are, just how the refs do the game calls now. And it's hard to play defense in this era of basketball, not just because everybody can dribble and shoot, but because the refs not allowing you to do too much contact to the offensive player. And if you have a chance to knock them off balance or knock them out the air or push them a little bit or even just, grab them a little bit, you're going to be in foul trouble or you're going to be sending them to the free throw line because you fouled them too much already. And that's how the Warriors ate tonight. And it gave them some health, mental health, especially to stay in the game and keep fighting. But it just didn't matter. They just didn't have enough to be able to win this game or big picture wise, the series. A hard season for them. They got off to a good start, got a rocky road, traded for Jimmy Butler, became one of the best teams in the league. They ended up losing Steph Curry. That was basically the death of their year at that point, especially when he couldn't even play for the rest of the series. But credit to the Timberwolves. They did exactly what they needed to do, had fun doing it, competed, celebrated, did what they had to do when it comes to defense, and just play on another level offensively. They're going to have to take a lot of things that they did in this series and take it to the next one because this is Minnesota at its best. When Minnesota is playing this type of way, they can beat anybody. That's why we're not surprised that they beat the Warriors. Some people, even when Steph was healthy, like me, we still picked the Timberwolves to win this series because when they play defense like this and they're scoring this way and the ball's moving this way and they're grooving any type of way on their opponent, because you can't really guard some of these guys like Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards one-on-one without them getting to the free throw line because they're just that clever and they just have the ability to know how to score and put you in some situations where you're picking your poison and you're getting shredded up anyway. That's why you need to start players. That's why you need to ISO players, because when the shot clock is low or the situation is tough, you know that they can still make a shot that you could respect or you feel like can go in. That's what the stars get paid the big money for. That's why they always getting traded, because people always want them. And that's why they play a lot of years, because people are always going to try to revive them. So that way they can rely on them again. Just like superheroes almost. But that's just my analysis on it. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you're new to channel, do conversation video just like this and various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookie, and also future stars. Also do my draft and draft coverage. If you love that type of stuff, this is the channel for you. And I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch and enjoy and possibly become a fan or a subscriber. And all I can say is I make videos every single day that I live. So if you love that type of stuff and you can't get enough of it, this is the channel that you should want to subscribe and be supported and be a part of, because it's just so much content that you can enjoy each and every day that I'm living. And then you can also watch the past ones if you're new to the channel. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. Hope you guys enjoying y'all day. Hope you guys enjoying the weekday. Hope y'all enjoying y'all grind. Hope y'all staying positive. And if something does happen, don't let it ruin your entire day, because there's so many beautiful things that can happen through the rest of your day and also other days throughout the week and the months, the years, and the decades and centuries. We can go as far as you want to go. Other than that, all I can say is stay blessed up. I'm going for now. Got more analysis tomorrow. for y'all to look forward to. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for staying subscribed. Let's continue to try to make 2025 a better year than 2015. And why not try to challenge yourself to be better and do better and grind better? And that's what I do every day. So I want you guys to do the same. You guys wish the best for me. I wish for the best for y'all. And I just hope things work out for y'all to continue to have some fun on this channel. And that's the 50-50 of why this channel is still around, because y'all love watching what I make. I love making it for y'all. And that's why we all still having fun with this channel. And that's why it's still around. Going for now. Peace. Love y'all. And see y'all later tomorrow, hopefully.